Hi guys, thank you for your time again. It's me, Baruti. Should I quit my job to start a business? Well, that could be looked at. That could be answered in a few different ways. What I would advise you first and foremost is this: is that you have to take under consideration, and you have to understand that you working a job that's paying your job is taking care of your family if you have one. If you don't have a family, it's just you're just a bachelor like myself. Your job is taking care of your car note, your insurance, your health insurance if you have health insurance, your cell phone bill, your food, your expenses, extracurricular activities, your entertainment life, so forth and so on. If you go on vacation 2 times a month, so forth and so on. So you working a job is actually taking care of, and it's actually paying these every single month, and it has been paying these for the past 6 months you've been at your job, for the past year that you've been on your job, however long you've been at your job. You have to keep in mind that your expenses, your monthly budget every month, your job has been taking care of that and providing for you. Okay, so if you have a business, this is what you have to consider. If you have a business, you have a side business, or if you have a hobby that's bringing in some extra cash on the side, which I think that's a plus. There's nothing like a little side hustle, and there's nothing like a business that's bringing in some extra cash. So what you have to consider, and you have to take under some heavy consideration, is this: your side business, your side hustle, whatever you're doing on the side bringing this extra cash, you want to go full time doing it. And ask yourself this question: your monthly budget, with you just doing this on the side, can it cover your monthly budget? A. B. Do you have enough money for the next 6 months put away, so if you have a slow month in your period, or things don't turn out as projected, or the numbers just aren't there, or whatever fire that you're going to have to put out, and you may not get the fire completely out, or if there's some damage, you have to set aside at least 6 months. It's better to set aside at least a year of income where you can support yourself, and whatever scenario happened, if your business or your hobby went belly up, at least you would have a year or 6 months to try to make things work. Okay, so A, the income that you're bringing in from your business, can it support your monthly budget? B, do you have enough money put aside where if you stop working for 6 months, you can actually cover yourself, live the same life that you're living now, pay your bills, so forth and so on. And then C, it's kind of the biggest thing that you want to ask yourself, is that one thing about being an entrepreneur, one thing about owning a business or starting your business, is a lot of people have the wrong mentality. And what I mean by the wrong mentality, it's this: is a lot of people think, oh, I want to be my own boss, I want to tell people what to do, or it's just a simple fact: if I'm an entrepreneur, I can tell myself I can work 20 hours, I can work the 4-hour work week, which it's the complete wrong, it's the wrong idea, it's the wrong message. Being an entrepreneur, being a boss, is not working 40 hours or 20 hours for someone else and working a 90 or 100-hour work week. So if you think that you're working 40 hours with the company that you're at now, and hey, if I was my own boss, I can just work 25 hours, still make the same amount of money, and live life, you're wrong. Being an entrepreneur, I take that back. Being a successful entrepreneur, it's going to require, when you're starting off, 100 hours. You're going to have to become a slave to your business, to your idea, to your hustle. Okay? You're really going to have to be passionate about it and get the thing going, okay? So if your mindset is like, hey, I'm going to live life, and I'm going to be on a boat, and I'm going to be at all these events, and I'm going to make all this money, and I'm not going to work, you're wrong. It's not going to last that long, okay? So you have to be willing to put forth the hours. If you're not willing to, to dedicate your life and give up your life to your business until it kicks off the ground, I wouldn't suggest quitting your day job. That saying is over a century old. You know, don't quit your day job. So to sum it up, should you quit your job and focus more on your business? Yes, you should. If you have 6 months worth of income put aside so you can kind of figure out your business and scale it or whatever. B, you should quit your job if your side hustle or your side hobby or whatever you're doing on the side, if it's bringing enough money to cover your bills and if it's bringing enough money to cover your bills. Logically, if it's bringing enough money to cover your bills, if you did it full time or ramped the thing up, you should be able to cover your bills twofold over. See if you're really going to put forth the effort. But time and time again, I know people, that have businesses. They had a job or were working a job, and when they had their job, they were working their job. They, their bills were paid. They had extra little money. Maybe they were going out. They were living a better life. They were a little bit more happier. Now they're in business for themselves. They're self-employed, or they're entrepreneurs, or they have a hobby, and all of the revenue that they're generating, everything that they're bringing in, it's just going to pay for their living expenses. So you don't really have a business. You have a hobby. You have a side hustle. And if you had a business or if you had a daytime job, that daytime job would actually offset the money that you're bringing in from your hustle. So that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have a side hustle, you have a side business, if you're bringing in a second stream of revenue, a second stream of income, and you're considering going full time on it, hopefully that gives you some insight what to do. Thank you for your time.